Hi, I'm Dr. Michelle, and today we're going to talk about living your passion. I have a I had a client who came to me because she was stuck in a toxic relationship that was holding her back, that was leaving her feeling awful and worthless. But she was afraid to leave because she felt responsible. She was helping support this guy, and she didn't know how to extricate herself. She had a vision, however, a powerful vision. She wanted to be a doctor. She wanted to serve many, many more people than this single person. And we worked together, and eventually she was able to walk away and to stand in her own true power. What about you? What's your passion? If nothing was standing in the way, no responsibilities, not money, not time, what would you do with this amazing life that you have? What would be your passion? Maybe you've never even thought about that. Maybe it's never even crossed your mind. Certainly that was the case for me for many years. I grew up being a people pleaser, which is finding out what other people want and giving it to them. So I never even stopped to think, what is it that I wanted? A lot of people have that problem, just like me, that they grow up and believe that they are not worthy, or that in order to get the love and attention they need, they have to fulfill other people's expectations. And that was certainly the case with my client, was that she felt like that in order to be worthwhile, she had to please other people. When you live on purpose, you have to please yourself. You have to learn how to stand in your own power and trust yourself. But we're not taught how to do that as children, are we? We are taught how to fit in, to take the safe course, to play small. It takes courage to change that. It also takes action. You need to take action if you are going to change. It isn't enough to just get a lot of therapy or mind talk or tapping or affirmations. You actually need to take action. You need to take a step. And I'm going to read for you this wonderful quote about making commitment by William Hutchinson Murray. And he says, the moment one definitely commits oneself, then providence moves too. All sorts of things occur to help one that would never otherwise have occurred. A whole stream of events issue from that one decision, raising in one's favor all manner of unforeseen incidents and meetings and material assistance, which no man could have dreamed would have come his way or her way. Whatever you can do or dream, you can do and begin it. Boldness has genius, power, and magic in it. So if you're on this call or you catch this call later, put in your comment, what is your dream? What would you do? Now, my dream is to empower leaders and change makers, even those who don't know that they're leaders and change makers, to overcome their fears and limiting thoughts so that they can step into their true, authentic power. That is my mission, to empower people to be ultimately themselves, to fulfill the soul's code for why you came into this world. You may think that you got a lot of time, that you'll do that later when you have more money, when you have more time, when the kids grow up, when your parents pass away. The reality is that we actually only have a small amount of time. And we don't know when that's going to end. We don't know how long we're going to be here. So every moment is precious. Every moment counts. And the sooner you start to change, the more time you might have. Or maybe you'll just have enough time. As I get older, I realize that time goes faster and faster and faster. And if you don't take a stand, if you don't take the step, you could end up suddenly on your deathbed saying, oh my God, what did I do? The number one regret of the dying is not living a life true to yourself. The name of my company is Secrets of Life and Death. And one of those secrets is living your passion, living true to yourself. That is the biggest secret. It affects everything. It affects your health. It affects your joy. It affects your relationships. When you are living on purpose, it changes everything. You come from a place of power. Because in order to live your purpose, you really do need to step into your power. You need to step into your strength. And you need to believe in yourself. And you need to trust in yourself. I am really excited to be working with people, midwifing them through to their purpose and passion. People often come to me at a crisis point. Maybe they lost somebody. Maybe they had a marital breakup. Maybe, like that client I was telling you about, you're stuck somewhere. I'm inviting you not to wait. My personal experience is that our soul, our higher self, is on a mission. And when we resist, all kinds of difficulties happen to wake us up. That's what happened to me. The first thing that happened, I was a people pleaser. By the way, people pleasing works really well for all through school. National Honor Society, Phi Beta Kappa, one of 2 graduate students in my class to earn her PhD. And I thought, I got it made. I figured it out. I have the template. I have the formula. And then I got into my first job. I was teaching college students. And I did all the people pleasing, joined the faculty committees, taught night classes, taught adult ed classes. I even coached the women's cross-country team. My students needed me to lead. And they could feel that I wanted their approval. I lost that job. It was devastating. It was like, oh my God, my formula doesn't work. Did that transform me? Did that change me? No, I made myself smaller. I only took jobs where my bosses needed me more than I needed them. So I undersold my education and my brilliance and my intelligence and my talent. And you know what? My life could have gone on like that forever. There are many people out there living lives of quiet desperation, just kind of trudging along, watching TV, playing video games, clicking on Facebook, and not living true to who they are. Some people don't even know, and I certainly didn't know back then. I was just playing safe. But something woke me up. One, my husband left me, which was devastating because I felt betrayed and I felt unworthy and all those things. So I got some psychological help. And then my parents died. And just before my mother died, about 2 weeks before my mother died, we were sitting in her studio. She was a toy designer. She was a pretty successful toy designer and had sold her designs to major toy companies like Gund and Hasbro and E.G. Dolls and Sears. You may even recognize some of those names if you're old enough. And she had made it into a book about dolls. And there she was, 2 weeks from dying, looking at one of her toy designs saying, oh, I guess I'll never get to that. She had regrets. She was never going to finish that one project. I, of course, avoided the whole subject because I was definitely about not feeling or experiencing anything too intense. And afterwards, I had felt huge regret and remorse that I hadn't taken advantage of that moment to really ask her what that was like to be facing death with this uncompleted project. The other thing that hit me, though, was that she was a person who, for me, was the model of living her passion. So much so that I felt neglected as a child. She lived her passion. And here she was with a regret. That woke me up. I said, oh my gosh, what am I doing? What am I doing with my life? And that's when I decided to make my film series, Secrets of Life and Death, which was to wake people up to this amazing, short, and precious time that we have in this world to live our purpose. And I've been doing that ever since. And it is a journey. It is an exciting journey. And it keeps you healthy and young and alive because you're fulfilling the requirements, the DNA of your soul. You are stepping into your true purpose and passion. So I hope that you will go ahead and put down in the comments what your passion is. And then take a moment to ask yourself, well, what's stopping me? What is holding me back? And then go a little bit bigger and say, if nothing held me back, what could I accomplish? Can you imagine what your life would be like if you were living your passion? If you were doing something that you loved every day, that every morning you woke up and you said, oh, yes, I love this. I love my life. What would that be like? And then, is it time to take action now? What I found is that the only way to change is to take action. And I would like to offer you an action, a very simple action that you can take. And that is to have a conversation with me. This is my mission. I would be delighted to speak to you. Have an introductory call with me, 30-minute call by just going to my scheduler, which is at www.meetwithdrmichelle.com, and book a session with me, and let's have a conversation. And if you're wondering whether I'm the right person, go check out my website, Secrets of Life and Death, and find out what secret you've been missing out on. I hope you've enjoyed this conversation. Come back. I'm going to be doing more, inviting people to take a look at themselves and find out what is holding them back. What's holding you back? Or if you are living your mission, please post that too, because you will inspire others. Bye for now.